Hello, Shy Guitar people. Today's video is going to be a bit different. Sometimes, if you have been following my channel for a while now, sometimes I talk about my life and things that I went through, and my goal for that is to just help other people who are going through the same thing. I know that when I went through some of these things, I felt so alone, and I felt like I was the only one who was ever going through those things, and like I had nobody. So that's why I like talking about these things, because it can help other people feel like, hey, they're not the only one that is going through something. So today's video is going to focus on sex stuff, kind of. Like, not really, but like kind of. And it's gonna be talking about body image issues. If that's something that you're not interested in, I completely understand. You don't have to watch this video. You can click off, and I will see you next week with another video, another music related video, and I love you, okay? So for those of you who have stayed, this video is going to be talking about the story behind Boys Won't Like It. It's kind of like the memory that inspired Boys Won't Like It, which is a song that I wrote recently. So it all started when I was about 15. I started to text boys. There were two particular boys that I was texting, both of them with girlfriends. One of them was obviously like totally not serious about anything at all, of course. He was an older boy that was like related to one of my friends, and I started texting him. At first it was friendly, and then I don't know how it changed or when it changed, but it did. And I remember just texting him things, and he was texting me things, and I would send both of them nudes. That was what happened. And if you are the type of person to send nude photos, hey, do you. I don't judge, okay? If that's something that you genuinely feel comfortable doing, go ahead. Like, do whatever you want. But I was doing it for all the wrong reasons. I just wanted to be that girl that some people, or just literally every guy, was just crazy about. I wanted to be that girl that turned heads, and I wanted to be the person that would just, make people fall in love instantly. And in reality, that just doesn't happen. But I had a couple of boyfriends at that point, and I just really, really wanted to be wanted. I wanted to be loved. I wanted somebody, just anybody, to just want me. And I didn't feel desirable. I didn't feel like I was the girl that I wanted to be. And the other guy that I was texting, also like same deal, texting, sending nudes. He was another guy in my grade, but he wasn't in the same class as me. He was like in a different class. And he also had a girlfriend. And the thing is, I would text them. They would ask me for like pictures and stuff, and I'd send them. And then this still feels so kind of like awkward to talk about, because I've kind of been taught most of my life that talking about sex is not okay. Like, anything remotely sexual is just not okay to talk about. It's taboo and it's off limits. But it shouldn't be like that, you know? We should be able to talk about sex. The thing is, texting boys and sending them nudes made me feel ashamed enough already. But the other thing that made me feel really ashamed of myself was like masturbating. I would masturbate. Still feels kind of awkward to say, but hey, whatever. I'm facing my fear right now, kind of. And I would just feel so unclean. It would make me feel so dirty and so ashamed of myself. And I would slut shame myself. I'd be like, yeah, of course you like that shit because you're such a slut, Amrita. Like, that is what I would tell myself, and that's what I believed. And you shouldn't believe that about yourself. You just shouldn't. Like, and for those of you who feel like masturbation is something to be ashamed of, it's not. It's about you loving you, and I wish I would have known that. But I didn't, and so I would always feel like really dirty. Like during it would like be fine, but then I would always like ridicule myself. And it'd be like, stop, like you're doing something so shameful, stop it. And then afterwards I would take a shower and I would feel so dirty. I just felt so disgusted with myself for some reason. And eventually I stopped texting those guys. But it was just a time in my life where I was just so, like, I just didn't understand a lot about pretty much anything. And I remember going online and looking it up, like trying to see if what I was feeling was normal. And there was an article saying that if you masturbate and you feel unclean or dirty, like why continue? It's supposed to be about you loving yourself. And I didn't really believe that article at the time. I was like, no, it's bullshit. And then I just closed it off, and I felt like that for a while. I would text boys. I would literally do anything to get noticed by boys. And at that point in time, I had already told my family that I was bi, but I wasn't really sure of that fact. Like, I knew that I kind of liked girls, but I didn't know what kind of girls I liked. But I knew I liked girls. I just didn't know my type, kind of, I guess. So my whole thought process was surrounded by like, oh, what should I do to get boys to like I have to have boys to like me or I'm gonna die alone. Like that was what I thought. But again, I was 15, I was young, and you know, I found somebody who's crazy about me now. These fucking motorcycles, I swear to God. But yeah, I found somebody who's crazy about me now, and you know, I saw somebody's video about this, and it kind of inspired me to talk about this myself. And you know, masturbating in men or women shouldn't be something that is looked down upon. It's normal, it's natural. You shouldn't feel ashamed about masturbating. Masturbation is supposed to be something that you do for you, and yeah, it's normal, it's natural, and there's nothing to be ashamed about. You are allowed to like sex, you are allowed to enjoy sex, you are allowed to enjoy masturbation, and we sure as hell need to talk more openly about sex and like just anything surrounding sex, because it's important, you know? I don't do that anymore. I don't feel that way anymore, and I've learned to love myself a lot more. And I've been slut-shamed before for dating around too. But you know, slut-shaming is not okay. Don't do it to yourself, and don't do it to other people. Make sure to try and love yourself as much as possible. I know this story wasn't very detailed. I'm sorry, I just feel kind of awkward talking about it. I don't know. But yeah, just remember to always love yourself the best that you can. That's pretty much all you can ask for, really. I love all of you very, very much. Thank you so much for watching my channel and supporting me and subscribing and all of that. I love all of your little comments. They really make my day. But yeah, make sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you would like more videos from me. Bye guys, rock on.
Shut up and sit down.